play, I want you to watch carefully, right? My striker right now wins the ball, dribbling into the spaces, chops the ball back, actually brings it back, and my winger there loses the ball. Okay, that's just the play in there. We're gonna go watch it again, but this time we're gonna pause it slightly and we're gonna walk through it. Okay, so here again, my striker wins the ball, dribbles into the space, and hole. Okay, so now the moment that the striker wins the ball and he starts dribbling up the field with spaces, notice something. Okay, we have this amount of space, okay, in the middle that is not being occupied by anybody, right? And of course, my winger should be touching this winger. The moment we win the ball, this winger should get wide. Now the other winger should get wide too, right? And we don't see that, right? My wingers are not getting wide enough. And look at all the space in the middle we have. Now, whose job is to get in this space over here in the middle, right? So we have two options, right? The closest guy to this space, okay, in relation with the ball, it's my attacking mid in this case, right? My other striker, if you notice it, is right over here, right? So if that's the case, I don't care about where you are in the field right now, right? I just want you to recognize who's closer to the space and who's occupying those spaces, right? So we recognize the space. Now, as my striker dribbles up, this guy should immediately get here. Boom, making the field bigger. Right now, these guys, they're not gonna come. They're just gonna stay wide and up because this guy is occupying that space in the field. Also, he's being a passing option for the striker. Now, my winger, right, which is right over here, if you notice it, right, instead of watching the ball, should get wide, right, wide away from the player, right. So if those things happen, now watch what happens in the play. Actually, he keeps dribbling the ball. Now he's about to chop the ball back. And the moment he passes it back, look where the winger is, right? So now let me see. So winger's right here, but defender is way too close to the winger. Defender's already picking up on the pass and where the ball is gonna go, right? Now notice the winger, the center mid, and the attacking mid in this case are way too close to each other, right? Also, my striker in this case, this one is not my striker, it's my attacking mid, but it's in a striker position right now. Shouldn't be there either, too close to the other player. His job now is to get deeper up the field, like we talked, right? To be a passing option and free the space for this guy to come right here. That happens. Now, if my winger gets wide on this one, now he'll have more time and space to receive the ball. And my center mid is positioned where he's supposed to be. If my winger gets the ball in here, now he's able to play that pass, that middle pass to this guy that should be over here, and this guy that should be over here. Now my winger will have, let's watch that quick. Now from there, my winger will have pass to the right, pass to the middle. Here's what this guy, I don't need him here. I need him right here. Pass in the middle. Okay, because if you notice, this guy and this guy are way too close, right, to the defender. So this guy wants to be here. So now my winger has pass to the right, actually pass to the middle, pass to his right, and now his pass to his left is the striker that just gave him the ball. So same thing, striker plays that ball, should get wide right away to be an option for the winger immediately, right? But in display, of course, we're not doing those things, and the ball gets taken away from us. I believe so, right? Yes. So the ball gets taken away, and we kind of react to that situation. Also, let's watch another play. So right here, right here. Now let's watch this play again. Now let's watch another play. So it's right about here. Okay, let's watch this play. So we win the ball in there. We start dribbling forward. We start dribbling forward. We bring it back, and we moved, right? There you go. So right there, right? It's not about play. Let's continue the play. We get to the line, and then hold, right? So same thing. Let's watch it again so you guys can see it. One more time. There you go. Watch it play. So we win it right there. Back again. Notice something, okay? The couple details. Wins the ball in the middle. Now I have my attacking mid behind the plate. The striker is wide, but I need somebody else in this space again, right? Nobody's in that space. Therefore, this guy and these guys are way too close to each other, right? So now, whose fault is it? Guy without the ball. He has to quickly react and get away from the space. Notice that the defender, that's easy for the defender to mark both players, right? The guy that's coming with the ball and the guy that's supporting that ball because they're way too close to each other. And now these guys have an advantage instead of having a disadvantage. If this guy makes a run up in the space right over here, now the guy on the ball will have an advantage, right? Because that will either pull the defender away or make him come. Either or, now that space will be open, and this space over here should be filled not by the center man, but by the other enemy that should be behind, right? The other enemy should come in the space away from this player too, right? So now we have one passing option, two passing options, three passing options. As the ball is coming to the center, I need my winger now to touch the line to start getting wide, right? I don't pretend that the guy. This is way too far right now, probably 20 yards out. But I want these guys start getting wide. If the guy starts getting wide, watch what happens. Ideally, this guy plays this pass or this pass over here. These two guys either switch, and now my winger will receive the ball. Look, with that amount of space. See, so I want my winger backing up in here so that this guy can receive the ball, this guy can receive the ball, and quickly switch the field to attack the space. Look at the three defenders; they have no idea of where the space is right now, right? Because they're all ball watching, of course. And as the play continues, let's just watch what happens. Okay, now we bring it back instead. Okay, which is not bad. I want that too. But again, right? So look at the position of my winger, right? Ball is gonna reset, and we should know as players that if we bring the ball from this side and the ball comes in the center, we about to switch the field. And I want this winger now being proactive, right? Start backing up like we did in practice, backing up and start getting in a wide position, right? So notice what happens, right? Center back gets the ball. Actually, outside back gets the ball, right? This is a good job by the centerman. Now, see, he was right here, and now he got in the deeper space. Now that's good now because look, here was crowded. Now he's getting away where the space is. Yet my winger is still watching the ball. My winger should be getting wide, right? Okay, so now my center gets the ball, and look where my winger is. Way too close to where the ball is right now, right? Also, my striker who's about to run right now is recognizing the run a little bit too late, right? So he should be in a deeper position. And my other striker over here, same thing. I need either this striker over here or this striker over here, right? Okay, now the ball goes to the winger. Ball gets to the winger. Notice something now. He has no options, no runs going forward because my striker recognized the play way too late and the other striker is nowhere to be seen. So in this case, I need to have a striker here and the other striker here, right? So one will make the run in the space, okay, for this guy to either play the ball or take himself, and the other one right here should be coming in that space, okay, forming a little triangle between the three, right? Let's see what happens now. This is where the play ends, I believe, right? Yes. And there, step because he looked 1, 2, 3 seconds. Now he's making the play. He hold the ball along the winger, which is good. Okay, waited for the striker to make his run, and now he's actually making a good run now, making a good run in the space, right? Which is good. Making a good run in the space and same thing again, right? So now this guy is just watching, right? This guy is making a run. He has the ball now. Winger instead of overlapping is underlapping, which is a phenomenal run because these players are out of the play. They don't have any clue where this winger is. So now winger will come in the space. But this guy, my attacking mid, instead of watching, should start making a run in between the defenders, right? If that happens, if he pulls this guy out, now my winger will come in free through the middle. Instead, nobody makes any runs, okay? And that's what happens, right? It's a good idea though. We finished the play, but there's no runs happening.